How can this skin be worth only 1 cent and this one costs you $500? Today I'll show you the cheapest and most expensive skins for each weapon. And to make it more comfortable, I'll put them side by side. Let's start with the pistols. CZ Distressed versus Chalice. 25 cents versus $450. Distressed is not even that bad. I'd personally buy this one instead of goofy contrast colors. The drastic price difference between two different rarities is interesting, but do you know which skin has the biggest price jump within one quality? Might be the next one. Desert Eagle Modder versus Hand Cannon. 3 cents and $600. Impressive, but what's more impressive is that you can buy Modder skin for 300 instead of 3 cents. Why? Please express yourself in the comments below. Dual Berettas Contractor on the left side and Cobalt Quartz on the right side. 5 cents versus 2 grand. Interestingly, you can also get Cobalt Quartz only for 15 cents, which makes it the biggest price difference so far. Are we gonna continue beating the record every single time? 5.7 Coolant and Hyper Beast. 2 cents versus $340. Another mystery why it's so cheap. Glock Winterized versus Fade. 20 cents versus $1,400. Fade still rocks. P2K Urban Hazard is facing Ocean Foam. 3 cents for the first one and $450 for the second one. This duo is pretty disappointing. It's like a contest who's uglier, and I'm not sure I can easily decide who's the winner. I guess I'll go with the cheapest one. Thank you very much. P250 Facility Draft versus Nuclear Threat. 2 cents versus $1,700. Why the price is so high? Is it even worth it? How can I buy it? I have all those questions as well. Factory new is kept and exists only within the 0.06-0.07 range. It's so rare, you can't even find it anywhere in Steam's price history. Here we have R8 Bone Mask and Amber Fade. First of all, what the hell is this? Is this some kind of money laundering? A drug lord leaving a message? Is Bone Mask supposed to mean something? Anyway, leaving this nonsense aside, here are the prices for today's duo. 11 cents versus $130. That's more self-explanatory. On the left side there's Tech 9 Army Mesh, and on the right side, Nuclear Threat. Only 1 cent versus $800. More like budget treat. USPS Forest Leaves versus Night Ops. 3 cents versus 900? 99,999? Is it on purpose? To make two camouflage skins clash against each other? I'm certain you didn't expect this one. Of all the crazy random listings, this one's definitely among the top ones. Be sure to stay till the end, cause I have a few more that will surprise you. Another USPS skin receives a special mention, Trader. I'm gonna be doing a juicy giveaway as soon as the channel hits 500 subscribers. Join our Discord channel to have a chance at grabbing Trader. You know what to do, welcome aboard and good luck. Moving on to SMGs, Mag-10 Sienna Damask versus Stalker. A classic 1 cent versus $240. MP5 Savannah Halftone is facing Oxide Oasis. 5 cents and $350. On the left side, MP7 Prey, and on the right side, Army Recon. 1 cent versus $1,300. Second time I've seen a kind of a fixed price for shabby souvenir skins, all for 1 cent. Is there any special discount going on that I'm not aware of? I also noticed something peculiar. We've just had Stalker skin a few seconds ago, and now there's Prey. Are these game references? If so, good choices. MP9 Slide versus Wild Lily. 1 cent versus $2,300. I'm starting to notice a trend here. Some of these random not-so-used weapons are getting all kinds of unpredictable listings. Is there any opportunity to upsell any of them? P90 Verdant Growth versus Emerald Dragon. 1 cent versus 1 grand. 1 cent again for the souvenir? What's going on here? Are souvenirs cursed? Is someone trying to get rid of them all at once? Leave in the comments below what you guys think is the answer to this conundrum. Here we have UMP45 Facility Dark and Fade. 3 cents and 1k. I'm proposing a drinking game idea. Take a shot there's Facility in the cheapest skin's name and Fade in the most expensive. Make sure to subscribe before you get wasted. The first one is Bison Facility Sketch, and the second one Modern Hunter. Be ready to splash out 1 cent on the first one and $280 on the second one. Time for shotguns. Mac 7 Foresight versus Bulldozer. 3 cents versus 1500. Nova Mandrel versus Blaze Orange. 3 cents versus $400. But with barely any offers on the market, you'll probably have to wait for another fall to come. On the left side, sawed-off parched, and on the right side, full stop. 1 cent is up against 420 bucks. 1 cent? Must be a souvenir, right? Don't forget the machine guns. M249 Contrast Spray versus Gator Mesh. 1 cent versus 200 bucks. Okay, I'm changing the drinking game. Now you drink every time we get a 1 cent souvenir crab skin. Negev Army Sheen versus Mjolnir. 1 cent versus 2300. Is the 1 cent skin souvenir? Guess we'll have to find out. Finally, the main event, rifles. AK-47 Olive Polycam versus... This must be a classic, right? Is it Fire Serpent or is it Wild Lotus? It's actually Wild Lotus at a whooping $12,000 mark. But our viewers probably know there was a much more expensive case. I mean, case-hardened Pattern 661, also known as Blue Gem, sold for more than 1 mil. And Olive Polycam? Who cares? AUG Spalded Wood on the left side and Akihabara Accept on the right side. 1 cent, I'm sorry, souvenir again, versus 3,500 bucks. 3,500 bucks for wood. On AUG of all weapons, some of these prices look randomly generated for real. FAMAS Colony versus Waters of Nephthys. 1 cent versus 150 bucks. Here we have Galil Sage Spray and Cerberus. 1 cent and 300 bucks. M4A1S Boreal Forest versus Imminent Danger. 3 cents versus 11k. Is Imminent Danger a reference to the warning I'm getting from the bank each time I'm trying to buy some of those? M4A4 Mainframe versus HAL. 3 cents versus 12k. The one and only contraband weapon with a controversial story behind it, and it's probably the biggest price difference we'll see today. Deservedly so. Krieg Army Sheen is up against Integral. 1 cent and 1,200 bucks. And the icing on the cake, sniper rifles. G3 SG1 Desert Storm versus Kronos. 1 cent versus 230 bucks. Scar 20 Sand Mesh is facing Splash Gem. 1 cent and 600 bucks. Scout Jungle Dash versus Sea Calico. 1 cent, souvenir again versus 300 bucks. Op Safari Mash versus Pretty Obvious, or is it? Is it the legendary Dragon Lore or Gungnir? It's actually kind of both of them and neither of them at the same time. I couldn't decide because right now you can get either of them within the same price range from 5k to 12k. But is this really the highest price ever? We all know how rare Dragon Lore is, especially the souvenir ones. If you keep on searching, you'll even get an offer for 500,000. Half a mil, yep. I think this deserves a video on its own. I believe we've covered all the weapons. Let me know if the list is correct, and you might ask, where are all the knives and gloves? Like the video and I'll make one.